Right. Hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Exercise with Exos. I have a very fun workout planned for us today. We're gonna be doing a little bit more cardio today, but still have a focus on upper lower body strength. As always, no equipment needed. In terms of space, we are going to be jumping like side to side. So as long as you have enough space to do that, and then enough space on the ground for your body length. So we're going to do 3 rounds today. We're going to do 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. I'm going to go ahead and get going with demos here. So we're going to start off on the ground. We're going to do plank, knee to same side elbow this week. So instead of coming up over and across like we normally do, we're going to go same side. So bring your elbows all the way out to side and back, exhaling as we come up, making sure we're pulling through the core. It's kind of like we have a zipper here pulling through the core. So that's going to be our first movement. And then we're going to go ahead and stand up. So for our next 2 movements, they're going to be the same. We're going to do one on one leg, one on the other leg, but we're going to do a staggered stance squat. So we're going to put all of our weight onto one foot, but our other foot is going to be in line with our working leg, directly under the hip, squatting down, pushing through our working leg. So from this angle here, my toe is up. I'm just using my my right leg, and then we'll do 45 seconds on that leg, and then we'll do the other side on the toe, coming down, and again making sure that foot is underneath the hip. If it's too far out or too far back, starts to get into a lunge or a sumo stance squat. So we want to make sure it's directly below those hips. So those are gonna be our second and third movement, and then we're going to get more into that cardio based stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is a lateral bound, but we're going to do quick continuous. So basically what that means, we're going to start off pushing that hip back like we're stretching that rubber band. We're going to release quick and then stabilize and then set the other leg down, and then we'll go again, push the hips back, slight bend of the knee, quick land, and right back. So we're really pushing off that foot nice and fast. So we're going to land here nice and quick, stabilize, and then go to the other side. So pushing the hips back, quick, and stabilize. So that's going to be movement number 4. And then normally we do a triple switch, single leg Romanian deadlift. We've done that a few times in this class. Today, we're going to be doing 5 switches into a single leg Romanian deadlift. So what that's going to look like here, we're going to have one knee up, opposite arm, opposite leg. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then push the hips back, keep that leg nice and straight, hips towards the ground, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the same thing, but we're switching our knees a few more times. So after that, we're gonna do everyone's favorite movement. So today we're not going to do a full burpee, so I'll give you all that. We're basically going to be doing half burpees. So what that looks like, we're on our hands and toes. We're going to jump up, bring those hands outside of, bring the feet outside of the hands, lift those hands up real quick, back down in that plank. So we're coming up, jumping up, just doing that bottom half of our burpee. So we're not jumping and standing up. If normally that part of the burpee is the part that doesn't work for you, no problem. Go ahead and walk those feet out and back as far as you can. So that's going to be the full circuit for today. We're going to go through 3 times through, 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. So when we're ready, we're going to come up to the top of our space. World's greatest stretch. We're going to get our hips nice and opened up. So I'm going to start with my right knee here, interlace the fingers, grab the right knee towards the chest. Nice big deep breath. And we're going to exhale, step back into our reverse lunge, hands on the inside of our front foot. Stay down here a little longer than we normally do. Keep that back leg nice and straight. Big deep breath. And exhaling, opening up towards the left leg, gazing past that thumb. Nice big deep breath. And we're exhaling, planting that hand outside of our front foot. Push ourselves up into our hamstring stretch. Nice big deep breath. And we're gonna exhale, bring our feet together, stand on up. Perfect. And onto the next side. Interlace the fingers, grab onto the left knee, pull in towards the chest. Nice big deep breath. And exhaling, stepping back into our reverse lunge, hands on the inside of our front foot. Again, stand here just a second or two longer, opening up those hips. Nice big deep breath. And exhaling, opening up towards the front leg. Gaze past our thumb. Get that rotation going. Big deep breath. And we're exhaling, planting our hand on the outside of our front foot. Push ourselves up into our hamstring stretch. And on our next exhale, we're gonna go ahead and bring your feet together and stand on up. Awesome. All right. Last part of our warm up here, we're gonna do a little bit of hip flexor hamstring. We're gonna do 2 on each side. Again, opening up our hips. We've got lots of jumping, lots of legs today. So we're gonna go ahead and do 2 each side. So we're gonna tuck our pelvis, squeeze the glute, push those hips forward ever so slightly. Keep that glute squeeze. Nice big deep breath. And we're exhaling, rocking back, toes to the ceiling, chest towards the knee. Nice big deep breath. And exhaling, rocking back forward. This will be our last one on this side. So squeeze the glute, keep that core tight, push those hips forward, opening up our front hip. You can even raise that hand overhead. Nice big deep breath. And exhale, rock back, toes to the ceiling, chest towards the knee. Nice big deep breath. And we're gonna exhale and release out of that. We're gonna go ahead and switch sides. So opposite knee on the ground, opposite foot on the ground, but same checklist. Tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glute, push those hips forward. Keep that glute squeeze the whole time. You can even raise your hand above head if you'd like. Nice big deep breath. And exhale, rock back, toes to the ceiling, chest towards the knee. Nice big deep breath. And rocking forward into our hip flexor stretch last time. That's gonna be our last thing. So tuck the pelvis, squeeze that glute, push those hips forward, raising that arm above head. Nice big deep breath. And we're gonna exhale, rock the hips back, chest towards the knee. And we're gonna go ahead and exhale and come out of that. And feel free to stay on the ground because we got plank, knee to same side elbow first. So we're going to get that started here. Round 1 starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. So plank, knee to same side elbow. So on the hands and toes. Keeping that core tight. Hands directly below the shoulders. My hands are like blending in today. That's fine. We're gonna come out, not across, to the same side. Keep our core nice and tight. The pelvis is tucked. I cannot see the timer from here. And making sure we're pulling through the core. So if we exhale as we bring the knee up towards the chest, that's what's gonna help us use our core muscles, acting like we're zipping the core up, bringing those legs with us. 3, 2, 1. All right, standing on up. We got staggered stance squats. So we're gonna put all of our weight on one foot, other foot, toe is up underneath the hip. 3, 2, 1. So same thing as a regular squat, but all of our weight is in one leg. So this is the most stable version of a single leg squat that we could really have. I'm gonna turn this way for a minute. So we're still pushing through the ground, heel, big toe, little toe of the working leg. And our other leg again, if we're too far back, we're out to the side, not as stable as a movement. We also really want to make sure we are feeling through the glutes and the quads. Chest is open, back is flat, knee is tracking just past our second toe. 3, 2, 1. All right, getting ready. Switching feet here, using the other foot. Again, in line under the hip. 3, 2, 1. So I want to act like we're squeezing an orange, cracking an egg in between the shoulders, coming down, pushing through the ground, heel big toe, little toe. The more we focus on pushing through that heel, we're going to get that glute engagement. If we come too far forward onto our toes and only press through the toes, that's going to put that pressure on the knee. So that's why I like to focus. Foot is a tripod, heel, big toe, little toe. And then that knee, inside part of the knee is just over the second toe. And still only really using our working leg. Exhaling as we come up. Nice job, y'all. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're ready for our lateral bound, quick stabilize. So we're going fast, back to our starting foot, and then we'll switch to the other side. 3, 2, 1. So we're pushing those hips back, slight bend in the knee, like we're stretching out our rubber band. So stretch it, and then we release, quick back, stabilize. You stabilize a second longer. So go into the other leg and quick, and then really use those glutes. So when we land, so I'm landing just similar to the way we started. So we land, making sure we're sinking into that hip. If we land straight up, we might not have as much balance. We're also going to put pressure on our knee joints. So we really want to make sure we're going nice, quick, stabilize, and then other side. 3, 2, 1. All right. Next up, triple switch +2. We're doing 5 switches into our single leg Romanian deadlifts. 3, 2, 1. So starting up with one knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push the hips back. Push the ground away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wanted to really say a quad switch, but we do only 4. We're going to do the same leg every time. So this way with 5, we're alternating our legs. Stabilize, push those hips back. Using our hands really does help with balance as well. Keeping that core tight. Explosive on the way up. I think that was 5. Great job. 3, 2, 1. All right, last part, our half burpees. So we're gonna jump the feet outside the hands. You can lift those hands off the ground, back down, and repeat. 3, 2, 1. So all the way out in our plank, jumping up and back. And if this part is not comfortable, I also know this is a lot on the hips. I'm already feeling it, and my hips does not feel so good. We can always walk the feet up and back. We really want to try and push ourselves today. Do as many as we can, keeping that core nice and tight. Jump in as close to those hands as we can, staying nice and wide in our squat. I'm gonna fix my pants here. All right, keep pushing. We're doing awesome. 3, 2, 1. All right. Let me know if those are better or worse than fold burpees. I feel like they're a little worse. All right. Oh, we're back on the ground at the top. Plank, knee to same side elbow. 3, 2, 1. So core nice and tight. Pushing our belly button into our spine. Keeping those hands directly below the shoulders. Pulling from the core. You need to take a second, relieve the tension from the shoulders. Count to 2, right back up. Exhaling, bringing those knees out. We're doing awesome. Finishing strong on this movement of round 2. 3, 2, 1. All right, my core is already feeling it. We got staggered stance squats coming up next. 3, 2, 1. So this round, if you want to challenge yourself, take it a little bit slower. We can do 3 seconds down, powering back up. So if you want to challenge yourself, go nice and slow down, and powering up. Still pressing through, heel, big toe, little toe. And as always, really important to make sure as we explode up, our hips are not coming forward. We want to keep our head, shoulders, hips, and feet in line as we stand up. Otherwise, we can put a little too much pressure on the back. 3, 2, 1. All right. Getting ready. We're doing that same thing on the other leg. Those last few movements, I'm so out of breath from it. 3, 2, 1. So same thing if you want to challenge yourself again. Going down nice and slow, 3 seconds. Powering up, standing up nice and tall, but not forward. Going down, pushing through our working leg. Our other leg is just chilling underneath the hip. And down, push the ground, heel, big toe, little toe, standing on up. Great job. Keep pushing. Now, this is a little bit tougher doing one leg at a time, but I love this movement so we can really focus on our single leg movement here. It's a little bit harder with the squats. 3, 2, 1. All right. When we're ready. We might not ever be ready. Next up, we have a lateral bound. Quick, stabilize. 3, 2, 1. So we're pulling that rubber band. Hips go back, slight bend in the knee. We explode, push off, explode, not explode. We're landing, stabilizing, and then going again. So pulling that rubber band, staying nice and low, keeping that center of mass a little bit lower by bending the knee, pushing those hips back, does help with our stability as we land. It's coming off quick. We want to land and stabilize the same way that we take off. So it's all the same. We're being nice and quick. Jumping out as far as we can. I don't want us to go too far. 3, 2, 1. If we go too far, that's how we hurt ourselves sometimes. So going the comfortable length of a jump. All right, we got 5 switches, single leg RDLs. 3, 2, 1. So opposite arm, opposite knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push those hips back, making sure we don't need our chest to be past our hips. Keeping those hips pointed down. 3, 4, 5. And again, doing an odd number. Getting those knees up as high as we can. Staying explosive. Punching the ground away as we go into our next leg. So punch, 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 punch. And then push the ground away. Keep those hips pointed down. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Last up, half burpees. And then we got one more round. Then we'll cool down and go on with the rest of our Thursday. 3, 2, 1. So in our plank position, coming up, lift those hands slightly. Need to jump a little closer. There we go. So finding a distance between your hands and your feet. So I'll kind of go this way for a second. So as I mentioned the first round, it was getting a little bit hard on my hips. So if I only jump here a little bit more versus out here, that feels more comfortable for me. So all of us are different. So we got to find the one that feels the best for us and our bodies, because we're all different. 3, 2, 1. All right. Let me know after class which one you like better, full burpees or half burpees. All right, sorry, back on the ground. I keep forgetting. Plank, knee to stay inside elbow. 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, bringing our knees as close to the elbows as we can. Making sure we exhale as we come up. If we need to move slower and take a little bit of rest, definitely do that so you don't feel that in your hip flexors. I want that to be our little like light bulb, little red flag. That means we need to take a second, slow it down when we start to feel that in the hips instead of in the core. Am I feeling all hips right now? 3, 2, 1. And my core is still sore from this morning's class. All right, stagger stance squats. Coming on up. 3, 2, 1. So again, all in one leg, on the other toe. Challenge yourself. 3 seconds down. Powering back up. Pushing through again. Heel, big toe, little toe. Right now, my right foot is pushing off the ground. My left foot is just hanging out. But at the bottom, it looks like I'm doing a little bit normally. You might be able to notice that I am slightly shifted to the right. We don't want to fully shift to the right because that's going to throw off our balance and everything. We want to keep that chest in the middle as much as we can. 3, 2, 1. Keeping that chest in the middle is really also why I like to make sure that our foot is under the hip, so that way it's not super far off from a 2-leg squat. 3, 2, 1. Same thing, challenge yourself. Other leg. I want to really keep that chest in the middle of our legs. So our center of mass is one straight line down to the ground. Keeping that chest up. Pushing through our heel. Keep our egg cracked or the orange squeezed in the middle of our back. So that way we're not coming forward. We're not leaning back too much. Keeping that core tight. The bottom, we really want a parallel line between our torso and our shins. We want to be like this at the bottom, not like this. 3, 2, 1. All right. Onto the cardio. We got 3 more movements. Doing awesome. Lateral bounds, quick to stabilize. Last time doing this. 3, 2, 1. So again, pull that rubber band. We'll go this way real quick. Pull the rubber band. Hips are going back, slight bend in the knee. Quick, landing the same way we took off. From this angle again, stretching that rubber band. Quick, back and up. So that's where I feel like this kind of puts all of our movements all together, where we're doing, we need our glute strength here, that core strength, and that all helps with our stability. And again, having that slight bend in the knee gets our center of mass closer to the ground, makes for a little bit easier. 3, 2, 1. All right. Last movement, y'all. Half burpees. Getting ready on the ground. Oh, how did I get that bruise there? 3, 2, 1. Hands below the shoulders. Again, jumping out at a distance that feels good for you. It's going to be different for all of us that are here in class today, or if you're watching the replay. Breathing through, moving at a nice pace for you as well. Hips, man, are on fire. Doing awesome. We're pushing through. We're almost there. Finishing the workout strong. Did I skip something? Oh my gosh, we forgot I forgot my switches. 3, 2, 1. You know, I'm sorry. Forgot the switches. We're not done yet. We got one more movement. We're reversing it a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now last movement, triple, sorry. 5 switches into 1 Romanian deadlift. This is a little bit harder after the half burpees. We're finishing strong for real this time. 5 switches, keeping that core nice and tight. Really pulling through the core to get those knees up. I feel like my legs are jello right now. Doing great. 5 switches. Push those hips back. We're almost there. That stability going. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now we're done with today's workout. My bad there, everyone. All right. Get a sip of water if you need it. And we're going to do bretzel for our cool down today because we have a little bit of our chest to open up after the planks and the half burpees. And this is going to really open up our back and our hips as well, which we also did a lot of hip movements today. So when we're ready, on our side, we're going to take the top leg up, over, and across. Bottom hand on top of the knee. Top hand grabs onto the bottom foot or ankle. Inhale to prepare. And we're going to exhale, opening that top shoulder towards the ground. So we're going to start to slow the breath here. Nice, big deep breaths in through the nose, into the belly. And exhale through the mouth, sinking further into the stretch. Make our exhales longer than our inhales. That calms the body down, gets us out of fight or flight, into rest and digest, ready to eat some lunch after this and be able to digest our lunch. We're going to do one more breath after this. And as we're done with our exhale, you can gently release that bottom leg. And then we'll go ahead and flip over to the other side. Same thing here. So bringing our top leg up, over, and across. My entire spine just cracked. I don't know if y'all could hear that through the headphones. Bottom hand on top of the knee. Top hand grabs onto the bottom foot or ankle. We're going to inhale to prepare. And we're going to exhale, opening up that top shoulder towards the ground. Again, nice, long, slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. I want us to feel as many muscles relax and feel any tension or stress we're feeling in our bodies or in our minds today. With each exhale, I want us to just picture all of that leaving our body, leaving our mind. Let our mind and body reset after that nice workout before we go back to work. I'm going to do one more deep breath here. And when we're ready, we can gently release that bottom leg. And feel free to stay on the ground if you'd like, or you can return to a seated, kneeling, or standing position. That is going to be all the time I have for today's class. So thank y'all so much for joining me. Nice job. I definitely hope that the breathing at the end helped you relax a little bit after all that cardio stuff we did today. It's always good to kind of get that heart rate down, get ready to eat and the rest of the day. So great job today. Thank you for coming, and I'll see y'all soon.